He's known for writing songs like Heroes and Life on Mars, and for his innovative approach to music making. But David Bowie, who died in January, had another identity that he kept under wraps during his lifetime, that of art collector. Now Bowie's family is putting hundreds of his artworks up for sale. Belle Lupton went to have a look.
Singer, actor, icon and collector. The late David Bowie acquired art that spanned centuries. He quietly built up a collection that stayed out of the spotlight until now. The musician's family is putting more than 350 works up for sale here at the London auction house, Sotheby's.
It's really special for us because usually auction exhibitions last for 4 or 5 days, but this exhibition will be on view at Sotheby's London for a full 10 days. We felt it was fitting to show it for a really long time so that everyone who loved him as a cultural icon, as an artist, as a musician, is also able to come and discover those artists that he felt so passionately about.
Most of the works on sale are 20th century British art, including pieces by Damien Hirst and Henry Moore.
He was clearly drawn to pieces that meant something to him. He was born and brought up in London, and many of the works have a London source. Many of the greatest works are clearly inspired by the British landscape, by British culture, by being British.
Also on sale are works from surrealists, German expressionists, the outsider art movement, and contemporary African artists. So what does the collection tell us about the artist who created Ziggy Stardust, the Thin White Duke, and Aladdin Sane?
He was a collector. David was a collector. He was a collector in the truest sense. You know, he famously talked about collecting ideas, about collecting theories, about collecting personalities, but he had a real collector's mind. He was driven very academically, so he would read in depth about a given moment or period or artist or school, and he would thoroughly immerse himself in that.
The works in Bowie's collection fed into his own creative process. Some of his most famous images are echoes of art he loved.
This auction isn't an ordinary auction because it's not just buyers, but also fans of the late David Bowie who want to come and catch a glimpse of the works before they go under the hammer. It's also an auction to suit most budgets. The top lot, this painting by Jean-Michel Basquiat, is expected to fetch upward of $3 million. But you could pick up one of these design pieces made by the Memphis Group for as little as $150. That's if you're lucky.
The works are on view at Sotheby's until the auctions on November the 10th and 11th. The exhibition offers a chance to see some of Bowie's collection before it finds its way into the hands of other private owners. Belle Lupton, TRT World, London.